Mipac, our purpose is to help our clients across the world realize the total value of their operation. We're game changers, thought leaders and global pioneers in operational technology, control systems and engineering services. Our technical specialists and digital innovators passionately solve challenges others shy away from, optimizing and modernizing new and existing operations to increase productivity, safety and performance. We partner with our clients throughout the journey to success, from early stage consultation to rolling up our sleeves on site. We're trusted advisors for all aspects of an operation. Our unrivaled track record and dedication to getting the job done is what makes us uniquely Mipac. Making informed decisions based on accurate real-time information has never been more crucial. Operations face increasing pressure to leverage their data to produce on-demand insights and drive decisions on productivity, efficiency and cost. However, with an ever-increasing amount of disparate data across multiple systems, alongside a lack of workforce stability and experience, it can be difficult to make the right decisions at the right time. Introducing MPA. MPA enables your people with the power of technology to enhance decision-making, accelerate mitigation actions to manage variability, and enable predictive operations. MPA predicts events before or as they happen, alerting and engaging multiple stakeholders at the same time. You can then use MPA's tools to analyze, interrogate, and compare current with past events to augment decision-making and provide real-time recommendations that maximize production. MPA's native manual data entry enables digital logsheet integration to enhance visibility and facilitates two-way communication between the frontline and management for increased employee engagement. MPA's data flow engine allows you to combine and shape time series and non-time series data to make data collation, analysis, visualization and reporting quick, easy and reliable. MPA connects with any software on the market, providing a single, unified source of truth you can rely on. You can also connect anywhere, anytime, securely. Contact Mipac today for a demonstration or to get MPA running in your operation. MPA makes data collation, analysis, visualization and reporting quick, easy and reliable. Do you still use spreadsheets, cumbersome software systems, or simply struggle to keep track of what's happening at the granular level of your operation? Or have you missed a task that's ended up costing your operation later on down the line? Perhaps you're ready to take the first step on your digital transformation journey, but don't know where to start. Mipac has developed a digital solution that streamlines your operational activities and takes you on the path of digital transformation. Introducing TCard, a simple-to-use operational management solution that enhances stability through teamwork, structure, and insight. TCard is designed to help you plan, schedule, and manage operational activities easily and efficiently, facilitate two-way communication, and provide clear visibility of the status of tasks in your 24/7 operation. Originally developed in conjunction with Glencore Mount Isa Mines, TCard was born out of the need to develop a tailored solution for 24/7 operations to standardize tasks across shifts, improve transparency in task status, and ultimately improve production, safety, and housekeeping. Simple and easy to learn, TCard makes it easy for teams in the field to use. TCard uses a system of templates to standardize and automate tasks based on shift cycle, rosters and shutdowns for the areas in an operation. The task boards allow the entire shift team to view their tasks prioritized and ready for action. With a simple click, the team can see the standard work procedure with text, photos, permits and safety requirements. TCard provides shift-wide visibility through team task boards, including shifts that suit 24/7 operations across all sectors. See the real-time status in all plant areas as you receive feedback, including incomplete tasks that you can make adjustments to that are reflected in your system. Backed by a daily task email, you'll be aware of what has and has not happened in your operation. TCard increases employee engagement by directly connecting your operators with supervisors and management, allowing your employees to respond promptly. With an inbuilt provision to explain why an activity could not be completed and to request feedback, you can be transparent in tasks with managers and operators alike. Seamlessly integrating with existing technologies, TCard runs alongside enterprise resource planning software with minimal configuration requirements. And when TCard is integrated into MPA, Mipac's automated decision-making platform, you can trigger actions or tasks based on your response plan. TCard is cost-effective to set up and maintain, a powerful and intuitive tool built as a cloud SaaS solution. TCard enables rapid deployment, allowing your operation to be up and running as quickly as possible. Contact Mipac today for a demonstration or to get TCard running in your operation.
TCard, and in this view, I'm logged in as an operator. And I've been taken to today's shift and can see a number of activities that need to be completed. Now within TCard, there are a number of dashboards that can be configured, and users can quickly switch between the different dashboards by simply clicking on the drop-down menu. Users can also go forward and backwards. Now, today is the 1st of December and I am on the last day of my shift. So as an operator, there is no tomorrow shift, but I can look back and see what happened last night's shift. So what I can see here is that a number of tasks have been completed. I can click into the various tasks and see comments from the previous night's shift as to what's happened. Also, I have the ability to look at overdue tasks. So at the moment, it's showing me that there are no overdue tasks. And I can also look at a 24-hour report. So this gives me a quick summary of all of the tasks that completed in last 24 hours, including comments and who made those comments. So when we come back to today, we see a number of different cards on the display here, and you'll obviously notice that there's different colors. So the ones that stand out would be these black tasks, which are priority 2 shutdown tasks. They've been coded slightly differently so that they are clear to the operator that they are for a shutdown purpose or preparation for a shutdown. All the other tasks are shown in red, which indicates that they are ready to be done. So how do we complete a task? Well, first let's open up the daily conveyor checks. Now within the card, it's possible to define the estimated time. So here we can see that the estimated time for this task is 1 hour. Within the task as well, as you can see, we've got an embedded procedure on what we're supposed to check. And you can see that we have images as well, showing the operator what the task involves. Now, let's assume that I have completed this task. I will come in and I will enter my name and select complete. I have the option to select cannot complete if that task has a particular issue, which we'll cover later. So here I tick complete and I add my comment to say all okay, conveyor checks did as expected. And click save. And as you can see, the daily conveyor checks has been moved down to green and to the bottom of the list, indicating that that task has now been completed. So let's move on to a different task. And now I'm going to complete the priority 3 for the safety shower eye wash audit. Now, again, in this card, we see that you have a description that outlines what is required for the activity. But in addition, what we can see here is that the comments have already been pre-populated with shower locations and the ability to simply enter data into the table. So for this one, I'll make the assumption that everything was okay except for reagents, which failed. And this was because there was a broken handle. So I went to my name and say, I have completed the task. I've got my comments already in there, but I want to flag this to the supervisor so that he can review or she can review the task and provide feedback to me on getting this issue resolved. And then I click save. So now when the supervisor looks at the daily report, they will see that the shower eye wash audit was complete, but there was an item there for their review. Now let's have a look at another task, and I'll use the PPE replenishment for the control room. So within this task, what you can see, we still have that basic description, but we also have a link to a procedure. So within this example, we can embed links to any web location, but more often than not, this would be a link to the document management system where your standard operating procedure is stored. And so the benefits of that mean that you can effectively have a very high level description of what the activity is, but if the operator would like to find out more, they can click that link and go to it, with the added benefit that that operating procedure can be updated in your standard document management system. So for this task, I'm going to assume that there was an issue and I can't complete it. When I select cannot complete, I have the option to enter a reason code. Now, none of those reason codes work for me, so I will say other, see comments. And the problem for me was there were no earplugs available. And I put a request to order more from store. Now, you also have the opportunity to enter a work request number. So this could be, in this situation, it might be the store's order number, but if it's a request for maintenance to fix something, you might raise a request for maintenance to come and fix. And so you can add a log of that work request number and the reason why. And just for good measure, I'll also let the supervisor know that he or she needs to review this task. Now, what you might notice here is that this task has been flagged as grey. So it's quite clear that there was something not quite right with this task and that it needs further review. So as you can see, it's a very simple, intuitive display for operators to go through. And as the shift progresses, we'll see this progressively get green and all of the remaining tasks showing up at the top. One other item that I didn't really cover in detail was the priorities. So at the moment, we have for the primary grinding, we have a priority 1, priority 2, 3, 4, and 5. And as you can see, they're ordered in priority so that you focus on the tasks that matter. So I am now logged in as a supervisor. If I was to refresh my display, the supervisor sees exactly the same as what the operator does on today's task board. However, what you'll notice is that they can also see further into the future. So what a supervisor can do is look at future shifts so that they can ensure that the tasks and activities that have been planned are balanced and suitable for the incoming shifts. The second feature that's available to a supervisor is the ability to view the entire history of activities that have been completed. So to access that from the menu and click in task list. Now we have a number of predefined filters that make searching history of tasks a lot easier. So for example, we're on the last 24 hours, but we can quite quickly filter to the last month, or more interestingly, the last 24 hours of incomplete tasks. Alternatively, we can apply our own filters. So if I wanted to find all priority 1, I simply enter the details here and then find all priority 1s that were not complete or could not be complete. And there we have it. So that's only one task that couldn't be done. And from there, you can also open up the task to see the details of if anything was put in there. Now, supervisors also have the ability to view reports. Actually, I didn't. I missed this one, but the operators can also see the same level of reporting here, which gives you a summary of the number of tasks that have been assigned and completed, those that couldn't be completed, and those that have expired, which means tasks that did not get complete but have then been rescheduled. So we have some built-in reporting there as well. Now, if a user wanted to add a new activity, they come into the Manage Templates area. Now, I prepared one in advance, which outlines a weekly task. And so for this one, I might decide that I want to do a weekly changeover of a pump. I'll say that this is an important task and it's for the flotation area, and I want it to happen on day shift. I can enter my estimated time frame to make this happen. I can also add any photos that I wish to embed within that activity, add the description, and add links as required. Now, I touched on earlier that there was pre-populated tables in comments, so we can also add any pre-populated comments here. And this has the benefit of speeding up the time in which comments are entered and keeps some level of consistency. And now, probably the most powerful part of the scheduler for cards and activities. This is how we set up how frequently a task or activity is scheduled. So at the moment, I've got this task disabled, but the schedule is for weekly. Now we have the opportunity as well within TCard to define activities that are scheduled by shifts and crews that come in. So I could, for example, say that I want every shift to do this activity on the second day that they're in, and TCard would calculate what those days are and schedule those activities. But for this one, I'm just going to keep it very simple. I'm going to say it's a weekly task that's done on day shift, and I want it to be done on a Thursday. I set my from and to dates, and I can set an expiry date if required. And then what we can see is Oh, I think I've still got it disabled. Apologies. We can see the auto-generated examples of when this activity will be scheduled. And then we click save. And so now that activity will start appearing on those days that we've scheduled that in for. One other simple feature within TCard is the ability to duplicate tasks. So, for example, this might have been for changeover of pump 1, but I might want to do changeover of pump 2, and I might want that to happen on a Sunday instead. So by saving as a new template, I've quickly created a new task, an activity that will change over pump 2. Now, in addition to the templates, we have the ability to configure shutdowns. Now, I mentioned shutdown tasks earlier, but the functionality of a shutdown allows an operator or a supervisor to schedule downtime for particular equipment. So if we was to run through an example of this, I have an existing shutdown period for secondary grinding and the control room, which is scheduled till yesterday. I'm going to extend that shutdown till tomorrow and click save. Now, what we've done here is we've enabled a shutdown. So if I was to go back to the task list, firstly, what we notice is that there is a shutdown active. So this has been flagging to operators that a current shutdown is in place. And then when we refresh, what you may or may not have noticed is there was a number of tasks that were in the control room, which now were priority 4 or above, priority 4 and 5, and they've been removed from the view. And the idea here is that those activities are not required for the operator when a shutdown in the control room is happening. Any priority 3, 2, or priority 1 activities are still shown on the board and can be completed. Now, once the shutdown is complete, we are able to come back into the shutdown and tick end. That finishes the shutdown, and the shutdown has been completed. And as you can see, the priority 5 activities have now reappeared. And so that pretty much summarizes the additional functions of the supervisor. But in addition to this, we have additional users that for management or dedicated system administrators to administer users of the system and some minor configuration too. Now, one thing I haven't touched on yet is the daily email that is scheduled. So with TCard, every operation has a daily summary, very similar to the list of activities that shows, the number of tasks assigned, how many were completed, etc. Now this is an example of and a redacted example of one of our clients, just to sort of demonstrate that the level of detail of comments that they'll put into the activities as operators are completing these tasks. And so you have the summary above, but you have the opportunity to go into detail below.